Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. If my voice sounds a little bit different, it's because I am just waking up as of when I am recording this reading, and also I am away from my usual microphone setup, so I'm using a bit of a different microphone today. But I really wanted to come on and channel our collective reading for Wednesday. So for those of you who are new, I do channel these collective readings and energy updates every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So of course you can translate that into your own personal time zone. But for today's reading, I am feeling a very calm, relaxed kind of energy in the air. And I'm going to start by shuffling the traditional tarot. I would love to hear from you in the comments how you've been feeling recently. There's been almost like a roller coaster of energy and emotion, which of course those two are very connected. It's been said that emotion is energy in motion. And for some reason I heard the eye of the storm, not to say that what we're in right now is like a storm, but just that a lot's been going on energetically that could be comparative to some of the chaos of a storm. And it almost feels like there might be a little bit of a lull in the energy where you even might feel more tired than usual. You may be lacking motivation to do usual tasks or things in your life. I just saw the number 222. That's a powerful number of alignment. So what I am getting right away is to really allow yourself to, as best you can, move with the rhythm of your personal energy at this time, because whatever you're feeling, whether that's energetic or emotional sensations, it's happening for a reason. There has been a lot going on in the collective energetic field, and many of you who are highly empathic are picking up on a lot of that energy right now as well. So I'm going to be clearing out the energies and shuffling, but if you would like to contribute your energy in a stronger way while I'm shuffling, you can do so by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. These are forms of energetic transference, and this tends to allow me to pick up more strongly and specifically on your energy. And it allows me to often channel more specifically for you in this video and in future reading videos as well. Okay, so what do those listening to this reading need to know most at this time? So the first card we have here is this King of Swords energy coming out. So there's a very strong masculine energy coming through right at the beginning of this reading. Now, of course, take these messages as they connect with you, because we all do have a balance of the divine masculine and divine feminine internally, and we can connect with these energies either on that internal level or externally with specific people, relationships, environments, etc. Even platonic relationships and connections can reflect to us these feminine and masculine energy dynamics. Okay, so with this King of Swords card, I'm just getting a seriousness about this card. Someone who is feeling very serious towards you. And so if this is a romantic context, this is someone who is, I'm hearing, seriously considering something. Even if this is a boss or a friend, I feel like there is something that this person has been contemplating or seriously thinking about that is going to be coming to the surface, and it seems to be related to you. This is also someone who seems to be keeping a firm control over expressing whatever they have been contemplating or thinking about, because I'm getting the sense of this person keeping a lid on their emotions is what I'm picking up on here. So this may be someone in general who is uncomfortable with emotional expression, or this might be someone who specifically when it comes to you, they are really trying to kind of mask or hide what is really going on beneath the surface. I'm hearing that it's very possible how you perceive this particular person is very different from how they are actually thinking about you or feeling about you. So, for example, if this is a platonic situation or a boss, you might think that this person is coming off a little bit cold, or as though they aren't necessarily feeling that warmly towards you, but it could be very much the opposite here. And of course, if it's romantic, this could be someone who hasn't been very expressive of their emotions. They might even come off a little bit cold at times, but ironically, the reason that this person comes off that way is because you are someone they find it very hard to control their emotions around. And so it's almost as though they're even more cautious or careful than usual when they do connect with you or communicate with you, to kind of try and keep their guard up and not reveal any of their emotions. I'm hearing too soon. So this person may have a plan to reveal whatever they're thinking about or contemplating, what those real feelings are, but for some reason they may be feeling like it's too soon or too early somehow for them to be communicating this. Why does this person feel as though it's too soon to communicate how they're feeling? I heard I'm not ready. So there might be things in this masculine's personal life, and I'm reaching down to get a few cards here, that they are still releasing or letting go. So it's almost like I have to prepare my life to be able to receive a connection with you, or rather in this case, because I see you in the more so receptive energy, it's more like to be able to give an offer for you to receive. We have the Three of Swords reversed, and I'm seeing mountains again. This actually came out in a recent reading. I'm not sure if that relates for someone. I also got the letter initials G-R-I-S-M and N. So those may be letters in someone's first or last name here. Of course, when I do channel specific names, details, etc., these are typically meant for specific individuals. So I do like to share them when they come through, but don't worry if they don't connect with you personally. Of course, that doesn't mean that there is not a message here for you in the reading. So with this card, the Three of Swords reversed, I feel like this masculine may have gone through a very dark time recently that really rattled them. So this is someone who has experienced some kind of loss, or maybe several losses in their life. I'm hearing familiar with grief. This is a person who's become very familiar with grief, whether that's in their own life, through connections that haven't worked out in their life, or something else. But I am picking up that it's almost as though this person has been in a period of time of healing, I'm hearing forgiving themselves from the past. So there may be things in the past that they've been reflecting really deeply on, and maybe they've held a lot of self-judgment for ways they may have acted or behaved towards others in the past. I'm hearing there might be a masculine who even in part blames themselves for something that happened in their past, or something that happened in a connection to someone close to them. This could be a family member, it could be platonic, romantic, at work. But whatever this is, I feel like there's been a forgiveness or a releasing of self-judgment necessary here for this person. I also see with the Two of Swords upright that part of why this masculine possibly hasn't felt ready to communicate their feelings is because of feeling as though they are, I'm hearing torn between two things, but for some reason I thought of a quote that I saw on Instagram yesterday about how someone can lay their head and their heart at two completely different addresses. And that quote is making me think of this masculine's energy. So this is telling me that there might be some kind of a physical, geographical barrier or disconnect between the two of you. And this might be leading to some kind of hesitancy because there is this sense of, I'm hearing logistics, like the logistics of how to make this connection work don't seem to be in place logically, or at least yet. And so the masculine here is almost feeling stuck on whether or not to fully communicate how they're feeling. I'm also hearing they don't want to complicate it. So if this is someone that you've had kind of a light and fun connection with, or something that's been kept on the surface, they may be feeling as though they want to share deeper feelings, but they don't want to ruin or complicate what the two of you already have together. I am going to channel more into this kind of stalemate energy because I feel like there are more messages here. I do feel like this is, again, I'm seeing that King of Swords, like the counterpart to the Queen of Swords, who isn't afraid to cut people or things out of their life. I just get the sense this is someone who's lived many lives, that they have moved either to many different locations, been in different relationships or jobs. They have kind of a transient energy, but this could be more so at the emotional and energetic level if that doesn't apply physically. This feels like someone who has just moved around a lot, whether that's moving between people, jobs, relationships. But I feel like you, Divine Feminine, although I know you may not necessarily resonate with the Divine Feminine, that is what the majority of our collective here is connecting in as. So for the sake of simplicity, I will be referring to you as the Divine Feminine, but take that as it connects. You are a person that this masculine has not been able to cut out or to move on from. Even if they have in the past cut you out emotionally or cut you out of their life, cut off communication, they've never been able to sever the bond at that deeper energetic level. And even when it's appeared that they've cut you out emotionally, that's never really been the case, because I'm seeing that you've come up on this person's mind over and over and over, regardless of the amount of time that the two of you spend apart, regardless of who you connect with otherwise. Somehow this masculine is beginning to put together the pieces. I'm thinking of that previous collective reading title we did about a masculine connecting the dots. It's kind of that similar energy of someone putting together the pieces and realizing that their connection with you is one that has never been able to be severed. And they are someone who usually finds it very easy to cut people out of their life. So this is incredibly rare and unique for them to experience. We also have the Knight of Cups upright. This is about someone coming in with a really warm, and for those of you dealing with a romantic connection, this is a romantic offer here. This is someone who I'm hearing every last one of their spirit guides is pushing them to follow their heart here. And this person seems to have done a lot of avoiding of that. I just saw the number 1414, so I am going to channel from that number as well. But it's really interesting because I'm hearing they keep being rerouted back to you by their spirit guides. So this is someone who may continuously try to ignore following their heart. I am seeing some closed offness around their heart chakra. This is also someone who has a very strong fear of rejection. that is very subconscious. So if this masculine perceives that they're going to be rejected, they tend to kind of bite back and reject that person or thing first, or use this kind of harsh exterior to, it's almost like to fend off their heart from being hurt, from being rejected, even if that's just a perceived rejection that might never happen. So this also could be someone that tends to take offense to certain things easily because of that feeling of perceived rejection around them. This is really a heart chakra blockage, but I'm hearing that if you ever have any communication, conversation, etc. with this person, I'm literally seeing that while you are talking to them, it's almost like it's softening their heart and opening their heart space. And you might, if you do physically connect with this person, even be able to see this in their facial expression. Like you might see this softening of their expression. You might see them beginning to smile, possibly without even meaning to, beginning to get this like almost sweet, childlike look on their face of really admiration towards you. That is the way that your presence, Divine Feminine, seems to be really softening and opening this person's heart space. As a bit of an aside here, your guides also want me to let you know that this effect is not exclusive to this particular masculine energy. You actually have this heart softening, heart opening effect on others generally and naturally. It happens very subconsciously. And this is simply because of how open your heart space is. It's very rare in today's world to have a very open heart space, but you are someone that really does walk around with an open heart energetically, and that emanates a very powerful vibration of unconditional love that positively impacts everyone that you're around. Even strangers that you don't interact with will be able to subconsciously pick up on that open heart chakra energy coming from you, and it does really naturally begin to soften and open the hearts of others. But this particular masculine energy, for those of you connecting with this specific person, is feeling that effect incredibly strongly. So I'm also hearing something about new ideas. This person really deeply contemplating, and again, in that serious King of Swords way, deeply contemplating some kind of new idea towards you or towards this connection and how to possibly progress it forward. There may be a past with this person because I'm hearing restart. This person might be wanting to restart something with you, but it also could be that they're just not sure how to push this forward in a way that I'm hearing that you will accept. They are feeling a bit intimidated by your energy, which is ironic because you actually carry a very loving frequency and vibration. But of course, as we mentioned earlier, you are also in your Queen of Swords energy as well. So you have a soft, open heart, but you're also very selective about who you allow to connect with you on a consistent basis. And I feel like that's something you haven't even had to communicate with words to this person. They've simply picked up on it energetically. The boundaries that you set with others now, you actually set through your own self-image. You hold an image of yourself as being someone who is very rare and unique to connect with, and that naturally emanates a kind of frequency where others also perceive your value and are able to tell that you are someone who is very selective about who you allow fully into your life. I'm hearing that you come off as very kind-hearted and compassionate and friendly to anyone who interacts with you, but you don't allow many people into that more consistent rhythm of your daily life, if that makes sense. So, oh yeah, the number 1414. I almost forgot about this number. So we got this number earlier, And this number can speak to the fact that your guides are pushing you to keep a positive attitude and stay centered on your goals. So what I'm picking up here is kind of a two-sided message. The first message here is actually a message for you, Divine Feminine, which is regardless of what this particular masculine or anyone in your life or in your consciousness, if you aren't physically interacting with them, but you're feeling their energy, regardless of the capacity that someone has in your life at this time, it is really essential for you to remain centered and grounded and focused on whatever vision you are currently manifesting for yourself and your life. Because I do feel as though many powerful shifts are taking place in your life. You are really beginning to align with the details of a powerful vision that you have set into motion quite a while ago, whether you did this consciously or just through subconscious transmitted intentions. However you created this vision, it's beginning to pick up quite a bit of momentum. And most likely, you've already seen some beginning evidence of these manifestations of that vision. If not, you will be seeing that evidence increasingly in your physical reality. But whatever that is, I feel that that is meant to be your main focus and to keep you centered at this time. I also see that you are to be really keeping a relaxed state when it comes to anyone who wants to enter your life, meaning not pushing or trying to force anything into place, but really allowing people to reveal themselves to you, allowing people to show you through their 3D words and actions the work that they are willing to do within themselves and how they are willing to show up for you in a potential connection, friendship, relationship, etc. I'm hearing attitude of surrender. So that might really be a theme for a lot of divine feminines, is being in this beautiful surrendered state of being. I made a recent Instagram post about the power of really allowing what comes into your life to come into your life and what leaves your life to leave your life, and always trusting that what is truly soul aligned with you will always remain connected with you. And even if that means that there is a temporary separation or disconnect, if something is truly aligned with you at a soul level, it will always come back around. It will always connect with you in the physical world sooner or later. So it's all about just keeping yourself aligned with that soulful place within, that authentic self, and seeing what comes and goes. And I do feel that there may have been certain things, Divine Feminine, that have left your life recently. This might be in recent weeks or even months or years, where you've had to release or really to allow to let go of many different people, things, situations, even versions of your own self. And that's actually what renders you so spiritually powerful. With the crown chakra in the upright position, this renders you so powerful because I'm seeing someone like floating on the surface of the water. And in order to float on the surface of the water, you have to really relax and allow yourself to just lay there and to be surrendered. And I feel that for you, it's very much the same way. It's like you're allowing the waves to carry you, but you can't fight against the current. And I know that many divine feminines listening are going through that experience of really radically being trained by the circumstances of their life to practice that kind of surrender that will allow the waves to carry you, so to speak. So we have the Four of Wands here as well. That's kind of been sitting here for a little while, but we got a little bit sidetracked in the reading. This is actually the most powerful card for reunion, for some kind of coming together here. This also shows a lot of willpower and a kind of stability or consistency in the way that this particular masculine energy is feeling. If you aren't connecting with this as being this particular masculine, this could be just the general energy of divine union that you are really beginning to align with in a more conscious way. I'm hearing that for some of you listening, you may have had visions of being together with someone in a very romantic way, whether that's a relationship, a marriage, etc. If you're already in a relationship, you may be imagining taking the next step with that person or getting these flashes of visions of this really beautiful romantic future of sorts. These are actually powerful signs from the universe if you've been experiencing this, even if you haven't been able to attach a face or a name to the person all the time when you're getting those visions. This can really be a sign that you are aligning with a really beautiful divine love union timeline that I see represented by this Four of Wands energy. I'm also hearing that if this message is connecting and you've also felt as though certain people or things have been disconnected from your life recently, it may be that these things were disconnected from your life specifically for the purpose of actually clearing the way, clearing the space for this powerful new love timeline to enter your life. Whether that's with the masculine that came out at the beginning of the first reading, or with someone else, or even someone entirely new that you haven't yet met yet in the physical world. Regardless, I really do feel that aligning for you. So what else can I channel about this divine love timeline? Okay, several cards came out here, and one of these cards is Justice in the reverse position. When this card is upright, this tends to represent karmic cycles. So I just heard like a door slamming shut. Metaphorically, I feel that this means that either you may have kind of slammed shut the door to a person or a situation, or it may have felt as though some kind of door shut in your face recently. But it's really that energy of when one door closes, another door opens. I'm hearing look for the open door instead of looking at the closed door. I don't know who that's for. That could be related to work, to life, to relationships. But I do feel as though it's like some kind of door has been shut in your face, or maybe you've been the one to shut that door. But then almost immediately a new door opens and some kind of new, beautiful offer comes in with the Knight of Cups upright. And I'm just once again hearing that message of not trying to forcefully hold on to any of those closed doors, but to allow yourself to look towards where the doors are opening. It's very interesting. We once again got that Knight of Cups coming out here with that beautiful romantic offer, something coming in from the heart, while some kind of karmic cycle has just closed itself out. And this is no coincidence. I feel like some kind of door did have to close, whether that's a karmic pattern within yourself, a behavior pattern, some kind of major change you've made in your life, or someone who left your life, whatever this is. I feel like I'm just hearing trust what's happened recently, even if it's felt sudden or unexpected, because everything has needed to happen for a divine purpose here. With the Eight of Swords reversed, I'm hearing you're escaping some kind of old karmic cycle or pattern, specifically through those closed doors. So whatever has felt like it hasn't been working, or it's kind of just closed off itself, this may have been a form of energetic release, you really being released to a much higher vibrational reality and timeline here. I'm also hearing it was affecting you more than you may have consciously realized. So this does feel like a super specific message, but this may have been a friendship, a job, an environment, etc., that recently was closed out or cut out of your life in some way. And it may have been because this thing or environment was carrying a lower vibration that actually was impacting you tremendously, but maybe not consciously. So you may have not been realizing how much this particular thing or situation was holding you back from rising to this higher vibrational timeline. And I do see it's like immediately following that closed door, there is this really fast moving kind of energy coming in. Whether you're feeling that literally as an energy, as new emotions flooding in, or seeing evidence of that manifested physically, the Knight of Wands really speaks to, it's almost like someone comes running into your life or a new offer just suddenly presents itself. Also with the Ace of Swords, this speaks to a really powerful breakthrough. So I do want to channel more into this in the extended reading on Patreon. So if you do feel guided to join the extended reading, the link to that is in the pinned comment and description box under the video. We will be looking more deeply into the masculine energy that came out at the first part of the reading. So what those deeper feelings are that they've kind of been trying to keep a lid on here, as well as what this romantic offer from them could potentially be moving into the future. I also want to take a look at this very fast moving energy that seems to come into someone's life here after something that may have felt like a missed opportunity or a closed door, and just get some details on that fresh, new kind of breakthrough energy coming in. We'll also be, of course, channeling some messages from your higher self or spirit guides, whatever divine forces you personally connect with. So again, if you do want to explore those extended messages, the link to join our beautiful soul tribe on Patreon is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. I am going to pull one final Rumi Oracle card to close the reading, and this card is You Who Show the Way. So I'm just going to read a little bit from the guidebook here. The logical mind runs away from drowning. Lovers accept drowning in the sea as their destiny. The logical mind finds consolation in reaching a level of comfort in life. Lovers are focused beyond their own comfort. This oracle comes to you with a special message. You are an inspiration. You are helping those around you, and even many of whom you are unaware. You are doing this because this is your path. This is your way. This is your gift. To live a life dedicated to the growth of consciousness, and through that dedication, inspire others to receive the loving consciousness of the great beloved that can benefit them so greatly, no matter what their situation or circumstances. You are not doing this through any effort or will. You are doing this because this is your nature, your being, your way. Just as the sun breaks through darkness with its own light, shining light with its presence by simply being, so too does your inner sun, your soul. So that feels like a perfect place to close the reading today. If this reading did resonate with you, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. And of course, if you do now want to continue on with me in the extended version of the reading, the link to that is under the video in the pinned comment and description box. Otherwise, I am sending you all so much love today, wishing you a beautiful remainder of your week, and I will connect with you here again in Friday's reading.